Today, we take a look back at one of my previous videos where I discussed 4G internet, and we answer your questions and your comments that you left behind. So yes, today we are taking a look at the comments and questions that you guys left in the comments section of my video where we discussed a 4G home hub, a mini hub, where is an alternative to a standard broadband hub, which is a normal hub that runs on 4G instead of copper wires and fiber optic and things like that. If you want to watch the original video, which I suggest you do because it will make more sense, there is a link down below in the description and in the comments section as well. Now I've got several comments here which I have printed off in many papers, and today we're going to be reading out a few of these comments and answering this as a bit of an update on the internet, because it's been about 3 months since I made that. And yeah, we're going to see what the question is. So the first question we have is from Max Millen, who asks, or says, good speeds, how is the speed now though? You're getting those speeds because you're probably the only one using that local mast. Once Free realise that there is only 1 or 2 people using the mast, they will most likely reduce and refarm the available bandwidth for that cell, as it is not economically viable. I was getting 40 megabits per second and a similar device, and now I can barely manage 15 down due to congestion or refarming. So basically, I live in the middle of nowhere, and I happen to know that the local mast is a few miles that way and is not owned by Free. It is, I think it's an EE mast, and like many different 4G operators, they back off a lot of the same things and they share a lot of the same things. And as far as I'm aware, I'm the only person in this entire village that uses Free. Most people still have the basic copper wire, because a lot of people around here are pretty old. No offense to them, of course, but they don't really use internet. The people down the other end of the village actually have fibre optic in the area and are on a different mast altogether. And in terms of my data speeds, they haven't dropped. In the video they're about 50 up, 50 down and about 12 to 13 up, and I'm still getting those same speeds. I tested it a couple times earlier. I still have no issues doing anything. So I mean, it hasn't been refarmed for me. Perhaps it was for you, or perhaps it was just a different bit of a change in your local area, and perhaps, you know, we all think it's just the company trying to rip us off instead. Well, maybe sometimes there is just a genuine problem. But anyway, moving on to a question from a guy who has an awesome name, Ben Staniforth, or Ben Staniforth. Good name, Ben, same as mine. He says, just thought I'd add something here. The soft cap was originally set at 1000 gigabytes. This has now been removed. You can use as much as you like. He has the B525 router with a free SIM, and it's absolutely awesome. Happy interneting, guys. Now this comes back to a series of questions that I have received about this thing, which I've just somehow forgotten in my, yeah, of course, the soft cap. A lot of people were wondering whether or not after about a month or so I hit any kind of limit and the bandwidth dropped. Now a lot of people seem to think I would, and it would be shit after a while, but it never happened. It's never been like that, and obviously that's proof enough there to me that there is no actual cap. And to even hit 1000 gigabytes in a month is quite a lot. I've been streaming PlayStation games off PlayStation Now, uploading videos at the same time and watching things at the same time, and still I've not come remotely close to even that. So you'd really have to be heavily using it to even get close. Once more, we have a question from Dominate955, who says, the video buffered several times whilst trying to watch this video. I don't exactly live in the countryside, but I have shit broadband as I get slower download speeds than advertised, and it always drops out of my bedroom. So I was thinking about getting a data plan instead, using my phone as a hotspot for my PC. I stream movies and videos from Netflix, Amazon, YouTube. Would you recommend a solution like that to me? Now, I would recommend getting this. I would not recommend doing it on your phone because most phone providers do not have unlimited data. I think only ones I know of is giffgaff, and that was shit when I had that on my phone. I'm on EE now and I'm free for that. I would recommend having the hub instead, just because it's a bit more reliable than using your phone. You can plug it into the mains, and it costs less than data does pretty much on your phone a month, and it is truly unlimited, whereas most phone data suppliers aren't unlimited and do have fair usage caps on them. So I would recommend 4G, especially for streaming and all that, and if you do live not quite in the countryside but in maybe like the suburbs or something like that, then it will definitely help your situation, so do think about that. Next one comes from a guy called Kevin Kinnersley. There you are, Kevin, who says, "Damn, I live on a new estate with no fibre and it's really annoying. I am really tempted to do this, but worried that I won't have a reliable connection for gaming. Question, have you disconnected much? Also, what kind of signal does it indicate on your device/phone for 4G? My phone currently gives me half a bar or less, but I imagine the router can get a better signal strength." Now, I'm surprised, one, to hear that you live on a new estate and it hasn't got a fibre, which is very strange, and you definitely contact the broadband company if you haven't already and ask them if you can. If you're worried about connection drops, I haven't had any. Like I said, I've used it for streaming, uploading, gaming. I haven't had any. I even use it for video chats in my long distance relationship, and it doesn't really ever lag, on my side anyway. Her side, terrible internet, but mine isn't. It's not ever had that. In terms of bars, the device comes with a free bar measurement on it. It's always on free. If I ever have my phone on it, it's got full signal the whole time. It depends a lot on where you live, and where the reception signal is like in your area. Up here at this end of the village, the reception is really great. Down the bottom end where Alex lives, it's terrible and it's always a dead zone. You can't really get anything. Free do have a tool on their website where you can actually enter your postcode, and they will tell you if your area is a good strength or not a very good strength, or if they have no presence there at all. So make sure you check that out before you buy it. They do make you do that pretty much, because there's no real point in buying it if you can't get it. But it really does depend for this sort of thing on the signal you'll get by where you live. So if you don't get very good signals on your phone already, then chances are you probably won't get any good signal on this side, because the signal is just shit in general. Now finally, we have one of the most received comments that I've got. It's from Zach ZX. It's pronounced Huawei, which I think I'm saying right, because I had a very tough time to pronounce the name of this. I was going Huawei, but apparently it's Huawei, which a lot of people have commented on. So I apologise for pronouncing that right, but I did say in that video that I would say it wrong and I would get comments about it. So anyway, that is it for today's video. There were a lot of comments, something like 40 odd comments in the end, but I didn't end up actually going through all of them. I just sort of picked a handful out because I don't want to spend all day talking about this. The video has done extremely well. It's well on its way to 4,500 views, not far off 100 likes either, which is great. And I'm generally helping a lot of people and answering a lot of questions, which is what I really intended the video to do. So that is good, and yeah, I hope this is a bit of an update. I'll put a link to this one on the other video anyway, so if you're watching the first one, then you're definitely watching this one. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and maybe I'll make another video in a few months' time updating you once more.